Ohio. Key facts. Abbreviation OH. Nicknames: the Buckeye State, the heart of it all. Capital: Columbus. Flower: Scarlet, Carnation. Tree: Buckeye. Bird: Cardinal. Beverage: tomato juice. Motto: with God, all things are possible. Yes, Ohio State beverage really is tomato juice, not a word of a lie. I have not included the other states' choice of beverage because all but 5 choose milk, mostly because they are states that have cattle in them, and the list would become repetitive. Only Ohio goes for tomato juice. Maine has Moxie listed, a weird fizzy potion composed of gentian root and other bitter herbs. It claims to be America's first soda pop. Alabama is the only state to elect an ardent spirit, Kanaka-Ridge whiskey. California has wine, predictably enough, while Florida and Massachusetts each opt for their native orange and cranberry juices. Indiana pathetically chooses water. 23 states do not have a state beverage at all. What spoils sports? Woe to them! In a moving ceremony on 6 October 1965, the following was enacted into the state legislature. 508 Official State Beverage. Text of statute: the canned, processed juice and pulp of the fruit of the herb Lycopersicum esculentum, commonly known as tomato juice, is hereby adopted as the official beverage of the state. It's up there with Magna Carta and the Bill of Rights. Neil Young. I wish I could tell you of great adventures enjoyed in Ohio and great sightseeing. I fear I've really done the state no favors at all. I can't even claim to have driven through it. I paralleled its border when I was in Kentucky all those weeks ago, and I parallel its border now on the way to Indiana. I photographed the state line. I record a small piece to camera about Neil Young's song, Ohio. And, well, that is it. Farewell, Buckeye State, land of contrasts. We'll carry you in our hearts forever. And sorry. Entirely not Ohio's fault. It was a matter of logistics. Although maybe Ohio isn't to blame for bordering so many states in such a contradictory fashion. That is why it calls itself the heart of it all, I suppose. It isn't a state so much as a connective tissue joining the East, North, South, and Midwest. It is technically designated an East-North Central state, which tells you just how confused it is. It touches Canada to the north, Kentucky to the south, and Pennsylvania to the east. There are big towns: Cincinnati, Cleveland, Columbus. So much begins with C, even its state bird, flower. And there are Akron and Dayton, all big enough to make the state the 7th most populous in the Union. Neil Young's Ohio, incidentally, is all about the shootings by Ohio National Guardsmen in May 1970. Of 13 unarmed student protesters on the campus at Kent State University, Ohio. 4 were killed, 1 paralyzed for life, and another 8 seriously injured. Perhaps the most shameful and shocking example to date of ruthless state power perpetrated in America against its own citizens. The massacre mobilized yet more people against Richard Nixon and the Vietnam War. The students at Kent had been protesting the American involvement in Cambodia, although some of those shot were merely passers-by. The aftershock of the event was enormous: school and university strikes and shutdowns, and the 100,000-strong demonstration in Washington. One of the best-known images of the entire era is that of a female student screaming in pain and disbelief over the body of Jeffrey Miller, one of the students killed by the guardsmen. It was carried instantly around the world, and played its part too in inflaming international opinion against the war. If you don't know the Neil Young song, listen to it. It's really pretty good.